Are we skipping class next Thursday? To the Veterans Day? Are you guys doing stuff or are we gonna go ahead and do it?
Bridget and
I'm
I are
only
just gonna stand around
asking
and watch
if
you
you guys are
guys.
veterans.
We're just gonna stand around and watch you cake eaters
Judge you.
work out. That's right. Act all hotty.
Isn't that what you do all the time, Cynthia?
Oh,
Because every day is Veterans Day, citizen.
billion.
And you're welcome. All right, Junacha. On that note,
Hey.
kick it off.
Just trying to keep everybody real. That's all. Kyotsuke. Ushiro mo wate migi. You told me now. Hey. Come in. Seiza. Mokuso. Mokuso yame. Sensei ni re. お願いします、先生。
お願いし
は
ます。
い、どうぞお願いします。
先生にね、こんばんは、先生。
こんばんは、先生。
Or Ohio gozaimasu, depending on where you are.
Oh, yeah. Actually, well, yeah, I guess, so maybe next thing. B, why don't you warm, oh. When she gets done with the herd, there. Warm us up real quick. I have something that might be vaguely interesting for us to do tonight.
We're just going on each other's faces. All right, up and down.
Looks like the couch has become the dog couch.
Yeah. Back and forth. There's a reason that we got a 3-section sectional.
It's stadium seating for them, so much mom workout.
Yep, exactly.
Well, keeps them from being underfoot, I guess.
Yeah, slap
Okay,
that
and
thing.
around. Switch direction.
Yeah, I've actually been wearing pants lately. It's so cool up here.
It was really funny to hear that first section. All right, finger up to the sky, heel down.
And not because I had a full body meeting, but
Switch side.
push down with that heel, point up with that finger. Oh,
Hey.
that's your notes.
All right, bring it across. And your elbow.
Colton, we need to get you a wide angle camera so I can see when if you're rolling your eyes or whatever when I'm talking. Your head's cut off. The headless karateka.
Fine.
He's the headless karateka.
The headless karateka.
All right, other arm across the front.
Breathe and relax.
And just The elbow back, bend your elbow. And up behind.
Remember you're doing that, keep that pressure on your elbow and whatnot, so that way you don't ever
That's
lose
good.
connection.
Hi, Sensei. Hi, Sensei.
Since we don't have a villain or ruffian to fight with right now, you might as well practice some personal sensitivities.
Alright. Okay, press your chest, press your waist. Hands on hips. Left.
Shāpīmākā is the thing.
Thing to say on this fine Hawaiian holiday.
Stretches.
Is the thing we say. In the land where palm trees sway. Everybody, hear
You
the
may know that Christmas will be green and bright and bright. The sun will shine by day and all the stars at night.
Yeah, see, there you go. All right, there you go. Excellent. Everybody gets promoted.
Oh
Today's
man,
the Brit.
anybody who's lived on that island for 3 Christmases had better know that song.
Just like anyone who's lived in this island for 3 Christmases should know Feliz Navidad.
And you do.
Feliz Navidad.
Right now, Brendan's going blind. I'm like,
Your leg exercise. Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Brendan is questioning his choices right now. Come on, you guys sing Waltz and Matilda in class down there.
Mitch. Hey.
Of course, now I'm probably gonna get like, I'm gonna get hit with some sort of like ASCAP fees or something when I post this class.
It's all public domain.
Brendan, do they sing White Christmas down there? Or present?
We don't sing too much here. We just focus on what we're good at.
Mitch.
Does White Christmas even make sense in Australia?
No, we don't have a white Christmas here.
That's what I thought. Generally in Texas, we don't hear either, but
This direction. All right, we'll do a few on days, leg stretches. So knee up to your chest and point your toes down. Not that you can see through my giant dog.
It's not a giant dog. It's a medium-sized dog.
That's not a dog.
Right, bring it across the front. That's not a dog. This is a dog.
I didn't even try and kill you.
And bring it around the back.
Oh no. Whew. Okay, I'm on carpet.
Keep your back upright. Don't lean forward when you're doing it. It'll throw you off balance.
I'm one roll.
And if you burn your knees and say you won't be chopping all over the place.
If I didn't have like a bunch of carpet under here, I don't matter.
No excuses.
Now, as you do this, try to pull your knee in toward the center of you, toward your center line. And you should start to feel the stretch across your hamstring and glutes. And point those toes to the ground.
Come on, Drew, get it up there, mate.
All right, bring it around.
What the hell are you saying?
Supposedly it doesn't work for men, but women, if you start to lose your balance on one foot, you stick your finger in your belly button for some reason, it makes you stand up straight. All right, and Kibadachi stretch. Or Shikadachi, whichever.
There's Colton's head.
Yeah.
Colton's just
All
gonna
right,
have
Colton,
to
we gotta do everything from Kibadachi from now on for the entire class.
Colton, time in class, everything.
A little deeper if you can. And up. Pull your ankles.
My favorite.
And individually.
There's your Nico Ashidash, or Drew Duncher.
Extraction. Yeah. Switch side. And switch direction. All right, hands out front. Push right. Straight elbows. And flip them, bring them in. Really let your wrists get loose. Roll the ball. Okay. One minute. 6 fingers. Reach out, grab the gi. Make sure to spread each finger as you go. Get the stretch out of that. And tie the belt.
Straight wrists.
All right. Let it go.
Hey, all right. We are warm for my form. So since we
There's
since we were doing a this whole Kabuto thing, and we did the Kabuto opportunity with the painting Rochin and Tembe. Today I was messing around and I found another ancient Okinawan defense weapon. It is called Shāpīmākā.
Isn't that a dog?
So no, that's a Shāpē. So this is a Shāpīmākā.
Hey,
Okay, see you. And then as I was thinking about this afternoon, I was like, boy, does anyone actually even have a pen at home anymore? Because we used to carry, I mean, especially in the military, but even after when I was working in news, I always had a pen with me. And not too many people have a pen. So I was trying to get us something that was analogous, but I don't really have anything that's kind of analogous right now. So if you have this ancient Okinawan martial art death machine, go grab one. Yeah. So go to your desk.
There you go.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Zebra pen fits in the uniform pocket.
There you
it's
go.
even more deadly because it's a Tyler karate pen.
Oof, it's double dead. Oh, what do you got there? All right, Sharpie, that'll work. Let's see if Brendan can find his. It's red, so you know it's got to be more effective. Tyler.
That was from
There you
the
go.
camp that
Oh,
I
I'm
went
sorry.
to.
I'm sorry. Get a bureau. Brendan, I guess I should have said. There it is. Okay. They call them bureaus there. I think that may just be an England thing. Anyway, so notice if you will. What's the number one rule of the dojo?
Point inside out.
Very close. Our strikes are Penetrative, right? And one of the ways you penetrate, especially when you're a black belt, is taking your granola and focusing it from 2 to 1. So now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it with our pen. But the happy thing about this pen is, now I'm not going to say that this is just a completely kabuto of opportunity. You're walking down the cul-de-sac, you're minding your own business, some villain or ruffians, a gang of young toughs, whatever, come and step to you. I want to not have something in my hand. When I go out walking around in town or whatever, all those like free magazines and stuff, I always get one of those and roll them up and carry them in my hand. That way I've always got something in my hand. I don't live anywhere like that's a rough neighborhood, but you know, you got something. But one of the things you can do with that, and so as we all know, with a sai, right, you've got lots of different points. And one of the things we get to do with this is trap. So with your Shāpīmākā Jutsu, we're gonna do the 25 basics, but you're gonna use them for defense. So remember, a lot of this is now a force multiplier. What's the number one rule of the dojo?
Lazy man karate.
Yes, but no. That's the ultimate number one. This is the one that's just below that.
Lots of reflective.
You hit something soft with something hard, right?
I
So
see.
take your Shāpīmākā or your Birusu and just touch yourself anywhere. And you'll feel it, right? Like any place you stick it, it's gonna hurt. Now, one of the nasty, dirty secrets of self-defense and martial arts training in general is the assumption is you're fighting another trained martial artist. Chances are you will not be fighting another trained martial artist, and a little bit of pain, as long as they're not chemically enhanced, is going to go a long way. So if you just pop somebody with one of these in an area, it's going to hurt. If they grab you and you push it into the soft, fleshy bits of their body, it's going to hurt. So we're going to take our 25 basics, but apply them, our Kihon, same concept, different application of what we're doing. The other good thing you can do with this is you can hook, right? You get someone comes at you with a stick, you can hook and get it out of the way. Is it going to be perfect? No, but what it is going to do, it's going to hurt and help control the villain and or ruffian. So the key things to remember is, like, if you're striking or you're poking, right? Depending on that, you need to have a good grip, just like you do with the side, just like you do with the bow, just like you do with everything in Kabuto. All right. You can do the force multiplier of using your thumb, right? Which is, as we all know, Soken Sensei, that was one of his big things, of hitting you with your thumb. Well, here it is. Hey, can I help you?
Great, he broke us.
Just a moment.
For the Bluetooth.
I understand.
I need the charger for the Bluetooth.
Bluetooth what?
The speaker thingy.
It's charged.
It is? Because
Yeah.
it's saying it's not. Okay.
Press it and turn it on. All right, see you. Okay, sorry. So 25 basics. All right. So first one's going to be the punch. Front this with a self-defense standpoint is your other hand is going to be your parry hand. Right. So instead of doing double punches, you're going to be doing parry and strike, parry and strike, parry and strike. If you want to change hands, you can do parry and strike, because you never know when you're going to pick one up. So we'll do 5, right? Switch 5, and everyone's going to be parrying, striking, parrying, striking. And what this is you're controlling that arm, and maybe you're shooting them, hitting them in the arm, or moving the arm out of the way, and you're going to poke it anywhere you want. You can pick the solar plexus. I don't like the solar plexus because there's too much muscle and stuff there. I want to go for something that people don't want to normally feel good about. So aiming for the ribs. This is the visualization. Aiming for the ribs or the soft bit, throat, whatever. Even poke in their eye. If you just get somebody in their eye, they're going to get away. Hey, hey, hey. So you don't have to move. We can just stand. You can be in Migi or Adari Ashishiro, or you can be in the shadow stance. Doesn't matter. So right hand first. You're going to counter, strike on count. Come on.
Hey.
It's hey. Neat. Hey. So. Sheep. Yep. Hey. switch hands. Now they know which way you're coming from, just like jammies. It's neat. So, see, go. All right, good deal. So, so you see it. So now we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna do the body change, right? So it's in your right hand, body to the left. They're gonna punch with your right. You're gonna body change to their right, all right? The line reference coming at you this way. Get off their center line to their right. You do a strike. Throat, eyes. I don't care what you do. Put it. You can move it out of the way and come to the mirror side. I just want you to control your center line and get out. Both hands. So this for you, Colton. You can go ahead and step out. Step out. Get him. Square back up.
Did his video just get crappy for anyone else, or is it just me?
It was me too.
Okay.
Yes, Sensei froze up for several seconds.
Okay.
The internet
Just check.
can't.
Just
The
checking.
internet can't hold me. The internet can't hold me.
Hey,
And it's got it. Okay. So body change, strike. Right. Come on. So you guys catch after me.
Are they in Spanish?
It's neat. So sheep. Go. Switch hands. Switch hands. And when you're switching these, I want you to toss it, right? I don't want you to shift it. I want you to toss it because you never know how fast you might move something in a cul-de-sac move and whatever. So that's when you're going to be body changing to their left and strike it. Actually, no, let's keep on going to their right because most people are no left-handed samurai, right? So they're pretty much everyone's going to accept for some people. You know who I'm talking to. All right.
I have to be different in every way. The only
Exactly.
female and the only lefty. Come on.
So they're coming left. In this case, you would do like a chudanuke, right? Or a kakiuke, pare it down. Maybe you're coming under their arm now. In this case, bam. Or you can come over. I don't know if you could see, but sometimes I was coming over this way. Sometimes I was coming around this way as a hook. Doesn't matter. It's wherever your target presents itself, right?
hey,
Hi, Sensei.
Left hand. Come on. It's me. So sheep. Go. Now remember, on the happy coinking says you have two pointy, hard bits right here. Now, yes, you do have a point, and you can always just mark it and whatnot. The other good thing about this is you can then mark their shirt or something and go, hey, the guy attacked me. You know how you know? Because he has an X on his shirt. But on that very last one, I did the parry, and then I came down with a smash, just like we do with Sai, right? On that, bam, on their forearm.
hey,
The guy was attacking me.
Hey.
And then I came up, bam, because you have two ways. And that works out really nicely, because now next, we're going to do what's the next technique?
sweet punch block.
Right? So now in this one, same thing. We're going to, both hands are going to be going on. Ooh, hang on, let me do this bit. Boop. I'm going to make it a little bit easier. I hate when it does that. You're going to sweet punch block. So this one, same hand that's parrying is going to sweep, right? And you're going to punch with that net.
Sensei,
And then
you
you're
froze
gonna-
again, so I missed that explanation.
It was awesome. You should have seen it. Okay. So and this instead of sweeping, you're gonna hook, right? So you're gonna block, hook. They're gonna kick. You're gonna block their kick, hook their arm out of the way. So now you're gonna do block and then punch. Bam! All right. So it'll be just like the same thing, only you're using this hooky part to hook that punch, or maybe they're grabbing or whatever that's coming on. Actually, omit the feet. Let's just block, punch, right? Block. This hand's protecting my center line. Maybe I'm doing a parry, hooking that out of the way. and then come through with a punch. Hey,
That's it.
come on, right hand first. It's eight. So look it around. Sheep. Keep both those hands moving, Colton. Protect your center line. Go. There you go. Switch hands. Boop. Another good way to do that is just like, don't look when you're doing it. Just let your peripheral vision see what's going on, right? Come on. Hits. Eight. There you go. So. Sheep. Oops, slip down the one in there. Go. Yeah. See, we got to put that whole thing in there just like we did with Asia Sensei. So the learner came in, I did a parry pass, got off the center line, hooked that arm around, right? Hit him in the face, bonk, and then let that slide around to hook behind their neck, right? To pull them down, bam, into a knee shot, or hook around their neck so they open up and boom, get in the kidney. One of the things that this ancient tool lets us do is it kind of takes us away from the linear part, right? So now instead of doing these, everything's a target. Kidneys are a target, ribs are a target, neck, everything. Everything, it's always a target in the regular karate, but now you've got a more focused tool, right?
Hi, Sensei.
So switch hands again. Back to right. So this one, uchi-uki, right? So you're coming in, uchi, and hook it in. So right hand comes in, hook it around. Now, I'll explain it in a minute. So I'm gonna parry, hook, do that uchi-uki, then hook it around, bam, with a shot. So coming around on the right hand side with a nice hook, nice straight wrist, pop on the chin.
Hey.
Come on. It's
Yeah.
neat. So. Sheep. Yep. There you go. Switch hands. Sheep. Get that uchi-uki in there. Go. Bam. Look. Come out of the way. Boom. So, I don't know. Ooh, good one, Brendan. Sheep. Yep. Nice, nice. So I can see you guys are starting to see the beauty of having that extra control point, right? Of hooking and controlling. I mean, it's not supposed to like, it's not a lock. It's not going to stop anyone completely. It's not going to completely immobilize somebody. It just gives you another control point for a minute that they've got to, their arm just isn't here. Their arm is here and then it's like hooked around, you know, it's caught up and it gives them something else to think about, right? Just like we talk about softening techniques before 2E and gives them something else to think about. Well, this is, that's another thing to think about, right? So,
Hi, Sensei.
Hi, Sensei.
and then I can see that some of you guys are getting your center line engaged and realizing where your opponent is, and you can unleash a knee in there, or throw an elbow in there, or whatever. But you know, the big flick about like maintaining contact, like we were talking about with the elbow is the same thing as on, I may parry, I may stop it, I may check it. And then my Uchi-uke is coming in for that block. And then this is going to be the controlling move. And I can either move them down, move them over. But if I push them down, that means they can't go this way and they really can't go that way. So they've got to go the way I want them to. That arm goes down, reset them, right? And what's next? Uchi-uke, kaku-uke. All right, well, this is gonna be a good one. So in this one, kaku-uke, you're gonna come around, parry, kaku-uke, but this guy is coming around behind the neck, right? It's gonna come around behind the neck, right? And then let's do it. Elbow, let's see. Let's get something good in. Now let's just give him a nice knee to the quad, right? So you're just gonna pull them, they're gonna tense up. When they tense up, they're gonna pull back and they're gonna tighten up those knees or those quads. And when they quad, that's when you're gonna give a nice shot to a nice knee to the quad. Bam! They're gonna load it up for you when you hook it around there. So parry past, kaku-uke, hook it around behind the neck, boom, pop them in the knee. What could go wrong?
Hey,
Come on. Itch, parry pass, kaku-uke, hook him out, boom, shoot him with the knee. Stop hitting me, stop hitting me. Knee. There you go, Colton, good. So. Sheep. Out. Switch. Itch. Knee. So. There you go. Sheep. There you go. Go. One of the keys for this silliness is you got to do it now. All right, you can't think about it and go, okay, here. When you're working the mechanics out, that's fine. But after you get a rep or two in, you should be really trying to, because you don't have, like I say, this is not gonna lock them up and make them cry or anything. I mean, if you poke them, it might. But you got it just gives you another second of control, right? So if I come back here and I hook their arm and they pull or something, I can always just whoop, let go of that, and then I can use my hands. Right? But
I can say.
but I like this pin. So when you do that parry, give another shot to the ribs, come around. That's the other thing, especially if you do Jujanja, is think about those extra shots that you can get in.
Hey,
Parry, bam. So get that shot underneath the arm, hit one of the ribs, and then hook around. There's those extra shots you can move in, but you got to do them now, right? You can't, bam, and then get out, right? Next block is the Shuto. I didn't really think of these. I just kind of thought of them. So now we're going to work on them together. And Junansha, if you have an idea, feel free to share. Actually, any of you have an idea. Because the whole idea, I was just explaining this to somebody today about doing the kabuto of opportunity is it makes you think. Back when I was in the Navy, we used to do the rappel borders drills. And that was the thing was if you weren't on watch, you would grab a weapon of opportunity. And I always went for inside the bathroom was a come along for a valve that was in there. It was about, I don't know, 1.5 2 feet long or whatever, but it was a metal bar. And whenever they would do the call away borders, I'd always go grab that. And I'd come at them, like, and so I've always had a kind of an affinity for this. So as you do this and you think of something, go ahead and share it. So shoot the block. Maybe on this one. Let's see, villain reference punching. You can just use it as a hook, right? Just hook it in, it in, bam, pop it in.
This
So-
is kind
Say again?
of perfect. I mean, this is kind of perfect for a hammer fist. Just, you know, have that strike, not even be a block. Don't worry about the hooking. Just, you know, come here, right? Check it, bam. Into the arm, into the neck, into the temple.
All right, then
You know.
that's what we're doing.
Use this as an offensive strike. And you can go low, high, or high, low, but it's your hand position is there. It's just closed.
Yeah, okay, well, fine. So you push it. This will come back here, just like we talked about how it's protecting your center line back here.
Right?
This one's striking. So instead of doing this, right, you're now doing this. Bam. Boom.
Right.
So just 1, 2. So on this one, if I say, bam, just hit it. Bam. All right, sounds good to me.
Right?
Let's do that. So as you come back, you're parrying and you're coming back, right, to give yourself a little bit of room. Or you can parry and come in. Bam. Either way you feel. Defensive, offensive. Actually, I guess countering. I like countering better because offensive makes it sound like you're having a fight, and I don't want to do that. Come on. So let's do 5 coming back. All right, and then we'll do 5 going forward, and then we'll switch sides.
Hi, Sensei.
Nice and safe.
Come on, stand in natural members. I like to start all this stuff from a natural stance, like I'm just kind of hanging out doing a thing. Come on. It's at the center line. Knee. Song. Sheep. Go. All right, now 5, we're gonna advance. So you're gonna parry, advance in, close it in. Come on. Hits.
Right.
Knee. So. Sheep. Oh. And switch. Boop. Oh, don't hand it out. Switch it. Make it fun. Up. Drop your Sharpie, you gotta do push-ups. That's the Kabuto rule, right? All right, switch sides to left side. Got it. Hits. Knee. So. Sheep. Go. And for you brown belts and black belts, when you're coming in, like if you use you're standing like you're supposed to, you know, bring all the way, all that granola is coming onto that one spot, and then you're focusing it all right there, onto that soft spot, right?
Hi, Sensei.
Whew. Okay, Nico, grab a drink of water, real quick. May just be.
We're gonna do the 5 forward.
Oh, did we not do 5 forward?
We did
Not on
not.
the other side.
All right, well, I was gonna give you guys a little break, but Drew Doncher said, no, we need to do 5 forward. Come on. Left hand, 5 forward.
Hey,
But this is a lot of fun, Sensei. You
hey,
don't need a break.
He's bucking for promotion already, isn't he? Come on,
hey,
appreciate it, Colton. Come on, it's
hey.
me. So. She. Go. Yeah. All right. That's good. Now 882.
Hey, come look at the Sensei.
Make sure you secure these deadly weapons so they don't fall into dangerous hands while you're taking a break.
Hey,
My water tastes so good out of my OSMKK rat cup.
Does it taste deadly? The deadliest
does.
waters.
Vodka in there.
No, it's a different instructor. I'll tell you about that offline. I am kind of ninja, aren't I? So you're starting to see the sort of repeating benefit or repeating concept. So I mean, it's just like we do in the basics. I get to work on my footwork tonight. But now it's the same kakyuke, it's the same chudanuke, it's the same whatever. Just now you're applying it in a different way, but the concept is the same, right? The circle's the same. You're making an anchor, and sometimes you're making a circle.
Hey,
Come on, Leo. Come on. And why not? So we just did chudanuke. Now we got
yeah.
We just did Shūtō-uke.
chudanuke. Now I got Genanuke. All right, cool. So this is a good one because this is when the villain or ruffian, as you all know, will come at you with a front kick or a moshigiri or whatever. So same thing in this. We're going to pretend they're going to come at you with a maigeri or a moshigiri. Either way, they're coming right at you. Because what's the number one rule of the dojo?
They're always going to attack in a straight line.
They're always going to attack a straight line. Now, the main target for your attacker is you. Right, so the punch or the kick is always going to come at you. You know, they may fate you or whatever's going on, but they're trying to punch or kick you. So either way, they've got to try and punch or kick somewhere in this booth. So again, I'm right. So maybe they did a punch and a kick. Maybe they like faked you out and did a front kick, which is how we're going to work on this one, because that's often happens in the cul-de-sac. So you're going to tie a body change. I've got my center line covered, right, and bam, I'm going to pop that leg. It's either gonna be the outside or the inside, whatever it is that's near you. Just pop, boom, pop it up, right? And then get away. Now you can pop it up and give him a shot in the midriff. Why not? Because what's the number one rule of the dojo?
Do something even if it's wrong.
Yeah, I'm close. Always be hitting. So they're gonna come in. I'm gonna body change this way, and if you want to throw another kick, actually, yeah, black belts. I want to get another one. So block it, and you can even say you're blocking and hooking up underneath. It's a maigeri or whatever. But when you do that second kick, I want you to go ahead and boom, punch kick same time.
Why not also do the Pinan Shodan?
Because you're blocking this punch. Remember, they're faking you and punching.
That's what my head's for. To absorb that kind of stuff.
All right, we just lost Brendan. He's like, okay, whatever. So, now come on. Parry, jam that kick with your Shāpīmākā, and then
Hey.
come back and strike, or come back and boom, 2 strikes.
Hey,
As we see in certain kata. Come on. It's from that. Yeah. Right. Eight, strike. Bow. Get bow. Eight. So. She. Go. There you go. Switch hands.
are you holding the pen with both ends sticking out, or are you shifting it?
Yes.
Oh, my pen has 2 tips, senpai.
It's like two tips kung fu.
Okay. So you're not doing this where you've got a majority out, you're doing it here. Okay. All right. That makes.
Yeah, I mean, really, you can go either way because it kind of depends on what you're doing. If I intend, if I think I'm going to maybe hook or catch, I'm doing that. If not, I'm just going to do this, right? Because you never know which one I'm going to use. So, I mean, if he kicks, maybe I do a body change and he's a really good kicker, and that comes in this way. Well, if he kicks me, he's gonna pay for it.
Hey,
Because I'm gonna hit him inside here, right?
hey, nice and safe.
Yeah. Yeah. So, switch hands.
Hey,
Come on, hits. Very block kick. Yeah. Hit. Same rules apply, right? Chamber that kick back. Eight. Song. She.
yeah.
Oh. I did give you, I did steal your idea there, Drew, on that one, because when I turned, instead of striking it this way, I just went straight in that way.
Hey,
So it's kind of the same thing as that, right? It's the same concept, it's a different application, right? It's coming in boom, here, and that way I just come straight up from there. I don't have to worry about winding it up, although I do get the good snap there, right? Which is number one rule of the dojo. I can hit him that way, bam, and then give him a little extra if I want. Either way.
hey,
Hey.
nice and safe.
I really need just a switch is what I need. Oops, sorry. Gallery. So number next is, what is number next? Number next is, double punch.
Shūpīmākā.
Judan,
Judan ukes. My middle favorite uke. So on this one, back in the old days, we used to do Chudan uke with the knuckles. Bam, and that. So now you're gonna do it the same way, but you're just gonna put a little pin into it. Bam. So I'm holding it. I've got putting a little pressure on there. So I'm pulling with this finger, and I'm pushing with that finger or that thumb, right? Bam. So on this one, so some systems when they do their Chudan uke, they do it like that, right? Inside block. So it's kind of the same thing. On this one, you're going to pop in. So in this one, it might be a case where someone punches and you come up under the arm and hit them up there, bam, or up in the, bam, right? Either way, I'm controlling my center line and shooting them, right? And let's give him a kick. Why not? Since we got both hands engaged. So we got body change, bam, hit there, kick. Stop hitting me.
Nice and safe.
Hi, Sensei.
Sounds good. All right, right hand. Come on. Itch. Remember to be poking. Knee. Song. Sheep. Go. And on that one, when I passed and I poked, and then before I kicked, I brought that elbow down. Because ideally their arm is right there, and I poke them in the eye, give them a little elbow in the arm while I boom, kick. Left hand.
Hey,
Hits. Knee. So. Cheek. Hey, Colton, don't let that leg drag back. So when you do that body change, don't let that foot stay back there. Right? Go ahead and come up. Let that stay on the balls of your feet. Hang on. Chance cam 5,000.
Hi, Sensei.
Is when you make that change, go ahead and bring that foot up. Let it slide. Stay on the balls of your feet and let it slide. That way you can. Hey.
Hi, Sensei.
Two more. So I get Colton's feet in there. It's. There you go. Good. Ping. Cool beans. So Chiranuke, Jodanuke. Ooh, okay. Boop. So on this one, Jodanuke, you'll pass under your butter and it's just coming straight up. So Jodanuke comes in this way. So here you get to push and twist on this one at the same time, right? Come in, it'll be under their arm. It could be up under here. So it's wherever that arm takes it. They take a swing or they take a grab. I move that arm out of the way, right? If it's up here, maybe they're swinging at my face, so that it's going to be high. Boom! I come up underneath their arm. If their arms are up and their hands are up and their legs are up, might as well just give them a kick or a sweep, right? Come in and wham, take them out. If maybe you push it, their hand up underneath and come up under their chin or whatever to push, that's fine. But just remember now you're in kind of close, so stay off their center line. Control that center line, right? But visualize where that arm is. It gives you another, this gives you kind of another triangulation point to control. Come on. It's neat. So sheep. Yeah. Go. Switch hands. Whoop. Come on. It's. Yeah. Neat. Oh. Yeah. Sheep. Yeah. Go. Okay. Oh, nice. I like what Brendan's doing. He's turning it into. What else? He's coming in and he's turning into a hook, so he's still getting the block in, and then he's getting that hook to open him up. Bam, coming in. So he's been nice. Good job controlling that center line. Nice, nicely done. Nicely done. Now Judon's just going down the rabbit hole. He's starting to fight. It's going on. Still got a few minutes. Moya Sensei just messaged me. What do you say? Moya Sensei is on a flight back to Washington, and he said someone on the flight is getting all upset about their mask. That should be fun. Can't wait to find out how this is gonna end up. So
He's gonna be on a viral video, taping somebody to a seat.
well, he was an air marshal, so if he can like unleash it and go like, hey, I'm fulfilling my obligation. We don't really do a whole lot of knife work, but all this stuff kind of translates exactly to a lot of knife work of doing stuff of cutting, coming in and hooking and fighting and doing that point and doing this point. I mean, you got cutting surfaces clearly and pokey surfaces, right? But you also have, the ability to hook, ability to block, ability to strike and poke and do the same things with this. You can use this, the haft and stuff with this. So a lot of times when I pick up a pen or stuff like that, I usually end up starting doing knife work. And so there's no penalty if you're using this Shāpīmākā to think about doing knife stuff, right? Because even when you hit somebody, if you hit it and then scrape it, it's just like doing shotogeri, right? You hit and you drag down. Well, if you hit this and drag it across, you're going to get some marks. One of the good things that even if you're not using the actual marking point, you should get some scratches and marks and stuff on there. So if you're in a defense situation, you can clearly say, hey, look, I was defending myself. I had to defend myself with this pen. And he's got marks underneath his shirt, or she, like it. Then my attacker has marks under their, you can, this is the kind of stuff that you can do. If you scrape, you're gonna get DNA, and skin cells and stuff on there. Maybe, probably, but that way you'll have like a few ways to kind of to work around what you're doing.
Nice to see.
Nice to say.
Let's see, well, that was all blocked, right?
Hi.
Right, well, cool. Now we need another good one. I want to do some ones with some kicks. So, hi, Getty. So on this one, they're gonna punch in, you're gonna punch block kick. Okay, cool. So I'm making these up as I go along. Fellow referee is gonna punch. You're going to you're gonna do an uche uke to catch that hand, move it out of the way, and move them alongside so you can set them up for my getting, right? So you're gonna let them hook. You're gonna hook them with a.
Could you repeat that, Sensei? Your video completely stopped.
3 more days and I'll have better internet, I hope. Gonna hook it, gonna do uche with that hook, clear the arm, and when you clear the arm, you're gonna do a body change into my getty, bang, bang, right? So you're gonna hook him out of the way. Got it? Uche catch.
Nope.
No, not at
You're
all.
frozen that whole time.
Really? Seriously? I can see you guys move. Can you hear me now? Can you see me now?
For real, we can't see.
He couldn't see you.
Right now, you're frozen like this.
Did it look good?
You look like the Heisman Trophy.
Thank you. So you're gonna hook, clear, my getty. Right? Hook.
Still frozen.
Right now I'm frozen.
Okay, so he's saying,
We can hear
Still
you.
frozen.
here, my Getty.
Stupid.
Hook, here, my Getty.
Tell me when you can see me move.
We can see
You
you
right now.
sort of.
Hook,
We can see you teleport, Sensei.
uche. That's how fast I am.
My Getty.
Uche. Hook it, clear it,
Right.
off the 45, my getty. Or you can do,
Right.
if you're farther away, you can do rear my getty, but I like doing the front my getty.
You're gonna
Right.
pull them in close to you.
They're doing most of that work, right? So if they're coming in, they're coming in. But if maybe it's somebody who likes to fight out here and they throw that punch and I, right there, maybe they're way far out there. Maybe I had to move, get around a dog or something. Lots differently. But
Right.
I want them closer. All right. Right hand first.
Right.
Come on. It's me. So. She. Yep. Hey. Rup. Cinch. Hatch. Good. Keep those hands moving. Two. Two. There you go. Left hand. Each. Knee. So. Good, Colton. Keep those feet moving. Shoot. Go. Up. Sitch. Touch. Cute. Shoot. And don't forget that other hand. So when you're doing this, if you want to uchuki, block and kick that hand, make sure you're grabbing something. Grab them, grab something, do whatever, make it, but engage that other hand. Don't just let it float around, right? So this hand's got a hold of something. Since this hand may have a hold of their arm, I've kicked them. Now I'm ready to go for an arm bar, which I have this cool little thing here, so I can poke them in the eye again and use this as a force multiplier to take them down. All right. Matter of fact, let's do that because that's so much fun. So they're gonna punch, hook them around, right? Catch, bam, hit, and then use, if it's your right hand, your left hand, depending on which side you're on. If you got their arm, then use that as a fulcrum, right? Push and pull into an arm bar, right? So we're gonna this one, uchi-uke, come here, boom, open them up, right? So you can use this whichever way you see it, thrown in an arm bar.
But isn't the pen gonna be in the wrong hand at that point?
It all depends on.
You're at the elbow with the pen at that point.
You're hooking under the armpit, wouldn't you?
So if they're attacking with your right and it's in your right hand, if you're coming in to do a block and you're hooking, this way you kicked them, right?
Yeah.
So you're trapping the arm this way, and you're just like we do like brown belt one steps, right? So same way, if it's in your other hand, if they're throwing a left or whatever reason, and maybe I came around to the left and I did an uchi-uke or whatever to get past, grab, kick. Well, now their arm's here, their head is up here, so I'm just going to use this as their head maybe and take them down that way, right? Use this as a hook around their neck. Okay. This is just going to be, or push it right into their chest, bam, and move them out into an arm bar and then transition into an arm bar. If we were actually in person or whatever, the mechanics would make a little bit more sense because your arms will just go wherever they need to go, right? We know how to make an arm bar, so you're just going to go make an arm bar, and you'll just have an arm. Either you're going to be in, the wrist will be in this hand, or the wrist will be in this hand, depending on which side of the armor you're, the inside or the outside, or whatever.
Hey,
It's a fun mental exercise, man. Brendan's getting up really early in the morning to do this. I wanted him to have some fun. All right. So on this one, same thing, just go into an arm bar or a takedown, depending on where your villain or ruffian puts you. Right?
hey,
Come on. It's me. So control that. See? Go. Rup. Keep your center line protected there. Hold it. Sitch.
Hey,
Use that pin to hook or strike. Coup. Or hunch. Coup.
nice.
You're muted, Sensei.
Sensei.
I said darn.
Golly,
Golly. Shucky darns.
shucks.
The Yeah, so that's for you, Judancha, that's good mental work. That's what I want you to do. I want you to think about like, well, where is it? Because one of the things that we want to do is we want to control that arm or control that person. And one of the ways we do it is Tai Sabak. But also one of the ways we do it is actual, actual control of them. So
Right.
right hand comes in, if I come in and do a hook, come in, as soon as I make pressure with that thing, I want this to come down to control it, right? So
Right.
okay, come down, okay. So I'm on the inside and they've got another weapon. Their one weapon is changed. So then maybe I want to body change. And if I'm body changed out, I've got their arm here, right? I've got their arm against my body here.
Right.
Punched them. Now at that point, remember what I was talking about earlier there is like, maybe this is no good to me anymore. So I let it go and come into an arm bar. All right.
Right.
One of the fun things when we get to the point where we're doing like a bow kumite or or whatever, and you come in and you're fighting with somebody and you thrust and somebody grabs your bow and they're like trying to take the bow from you and you're pulling back and forth and you're pulling back. It's like, why? Just let go. Because they've got both hands on your bow. Just let go of the bow. That's when you transition from Kabuto to karate.
Right.
And perhaps in the Turi, right? So it's the same thing with here. So if this scenario that you worked out in your head, you hooked it up, bam, hit him, and I want to go for an arm bar. The moment I go for an arm bar, I need to kind of physically grab them. That's what I was talking about, making sure you're grabbing things with this other hand. Is grab them. I don't need this anymore, so I abandoned it. Right? And grab it, boom, and then come back into whatever, and then go into our normal stuff. So,
Right.
Hey,
so if something doesn't make sense with you and stuff like that, let it go. Just if you find yourself in some position where this is no longer helping you, let it go. Just abandon it. Right? Some more kicking. So on this one, let's do we'll do my getting check. And you're just gonna come in, bam, and hit them right here.
Right.
They're coming in. You're gonna do sort of a get off their center line a little bit with a migraine. Pass that hand down and just hit it. So if you're looking for a kata that's in, you may have seen it before. Okay. So you can actually, if you want to go full Nahanchi, you can do it as a side check, bam, and then coming in and right over the middle. Right? For those of you who don't do Nahanchi, just say again. I missed that.
It's
Brendan.
similar to pin on yon.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Or in say some where you do it, bam. Right. So there you go. All right. So come off the center line, do a maigeri or maybe a stomp kick, whatever you want to call it. Slap that arm down, and then just hit him. It's like a hammer fist or a back fist, but now you're just taking this pin and desperate times. Come on.
Right.
Itch. Knee. So. Sheep. Go. And for those of you doing the shorter kick, when you throw that short kick out, bam, and you come down, remember to bring that hip in there, bam, right?
Okay.
Again, just like,
Right.
rope. Sit. Hatch. 2.
That actually also works really well with Nijushio.
There you go. There you go. I was actually moving that into like sort of a higher crescent-y kind of kick, kind of
Hey.
like, you know,
Hey,
from one of
how's
those.
that?
As coming at it is like that kick's coming in and I'm just boom, kicking it out of the way. Bam, and then use that momentum to come in and
Hey,
all right, left side. Come on. Hits. Knee. So. G. Go.
hey, hey.
Rope. There you go, step him again, Colton. Sitch.
Hey.
Hutch. Grab him, Colton, grab him. Coo. There you go. 2.
Hey.
Good deal. So, you know, chances are when you hit that strike, you probably won't hit it straight on. It'll probably snap. And once it snaps, you're going to have a really sharp point with which to do stuff in. So this is probably a scenario of there's nothing else I can do. They're attacking me. They're going to attack me. Whatever, you know, maybe they come in and that stomp kick is just to kind of stop them for a second and make them drop their hands or whatever. And this is going to come in and you're going to hit them, but you probably won't just hit them once. You'll probably hit them like wham, wham, come on, wham, maybe, bam, give another shot and then back up. So if you want to take this to like a self-defense world, we'll do the same thing. Whereas, so when, and this will be the last one because I think it's almost time to go. We do that same thing again, but I want you to come in and think about this is an actual defense situation. Villain and a ruffian, maybe some of his buddies, whatever. They're coming in, and so you're going to close that gap, right? They're coming in, and you're going to. I mean, you're not just stop kicking them. You're trying to hyperextend a knee or something. Wham! Control there, and you're going to hit them once, twice, throw that punch, and then back out. Right. So it's going to be hands come up to protect yourself. Remember the eek stance? You can do that sort of the eek stance. Okay, clear down. 1, 2, 3, and get up. Hands up. Hey.
Hey.
I
And
didn't know
that-
that.
All right. So you're going to drop back into an eek stance. My Getty, you're trying to, you're really gonna, well, I'm trying to put something out there. Don't hyperextend your own knee on this because you don't have a target. But really think about projecting that energy, bam, through that knee. Clear those hands out of the way. 1 shot, 2 shots, 3 shots. You know, those hands, and back away. Make sense?
Are we doing this empty hand or with a pen?
With the pin first. 1 shot with the pin, 2 shots. So 1 shot, you hit them. 2 shots, maybe it broke or whatever. You scratched them up a little bit. Maybe a 3rd shot if you feel like it's broken. And then once you hit that 1, come back. Boom, hit them 1. Hands up, back away.
Hey, hey,
Hey, looking for the other bad guys.
hey.
Come on. Each. So go from neutral to eek. Knee, neutral, eek. Shake it, clear it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up. So. I punched him twice and then stabbed him, but that's okay. She. Yo. There you go. Ready? Give him left, right. Rub. Hit him, Colton. Hit him. 1, 2, 3, 4. Run away.
Hi, Sensei.
Touch. There you go. Touch. Cute. Oh, nice, Brandon. 2. Good. All right. Good job. Katsuki. So truly, the pen is mightier than the, I don't know, whatever.
In the
What other
side.
ways did I learn? The
In the
side.
cul-de-sac. The pen is mightier than the cul-de-sac.
The pen is mightier than the cul-de-sac.
Yes.
I forgot to put up a sheet, but I'm gonna write that down. Remind me of that, text me that. So again, if you happen to have a knife, or whatever, a lot of this stuff that you're doing can be done with a knife. One of these days when we get back in person, maybe we'll do some knife work and stuff. But I mean, the fact that you don't have a knife just essentially means you just don't have a cutting edge on this until you break it, and then you got a cutting edge. All right. Yeah. So this is just again staying with the Kabuto week and the Kabuto opportunity. I thought this was kind of a fun little
Hi, Sensei.
Hi, Sensei.
brain
was
dropping
fun.
I had. Yeah, I mean, it gives you another control point. A lot of this, it reemphasizes controlling your center line, active hands, getting control, all that other stuff. These are all concepts that should be repeating and should be in your head when you're doing your stuff. Colton, way to adapt. I like, you get moving and you're struggling, you keep keeping your hands moving and stuff like that. That's what I want. This is stuff for you to think about that, Drew Doncha and Brendan and B have been doing it for a while. You haven't done it, but this is the same concept with a different application. And you did well. Good job.
Hi, Sensei. Arigato.
No, don't want to go through. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, Sensei.
Brendan's gonna go email Oliver Sensei saying, what did that guy? He had me defending myself with a pen. All right, take us home.
Katsuki. Ushiro mo wate migi, gito minaus. Hi. Show it.
Can I wash this?
Saiza. Sensei ni de. ありがとうございました。
どうもありがとうございました。どうもこれさん。
Sensei ni de. Sayonara, Sensei.
Hi, Sensei.
There, guys.
That's somebody. That.
Muransha. De.
Go ahead. That.
Hey.